Hiya. So I wanted to make a quick video showing how I automated converting the JP1K deck to have pitch accent. In my previous video on this, I was saying you go through by hand and you select the field, you hit F2 to convert the sentence. I also like to convert the sentence. I think maybe the deck by default has these kind of brackets. But anyways, I got a comment asking to do it for the version 2 of the JP1K deck because it's slightly different. And previously for the JP1K version 1, I was going through every day and converting the 10 that I would study. But this time I wanted to convert them up front. So I wrote an AutoHotkey script that will do that for me. Here it is. Let me zoom in so that you can see it. So I'll explain how it works. This is the hotkey. I have it set to Control J. It'll loop over the 1,000 cards in the deck because there are 1,000 cards. Here we go. Yeah, 1,000 cards. It checks for escape so that you can stop it if things start going wrong. It'll loop 6 times and hit tab, sleeping for 100 milliseconds or a tenth of a second between each one. Then it'll send F2, which is it's simulating hitting each button. So it'll simulate hitting F2 on this field and then sleep. And then it'll hit tab a few more times, 3 more times, and then hit F2 again, which will hit F2 on the sentence with reading field. And then it'll shift tab back to focus on this list, and then it'll hit the down arrow key to move on to the next card. The reason for the sleep is to prevent any problems. If Anki hitches at all, if there's like a lag spike, and it tries to send an input, that input will get eaten and it'll ruin the rest of the script. What I've found is that it'll stop in place, but it's possible it's also trying to continue sending those inputs and they're just not doing anything. So you have to be careful with this method. It's very naive approach. It also does take a long ass time with these 100 millisecond sleeps and the number of cards there are. It took me 45 minutes in total to convert the entire deck. And before you give up on this method, I think it's worth doing, because even though it's 45 minutes, like, go do something else in the meantime, hands off the keyboard, and when you come back, it'll be done. But I would recommend testing it out on a fewer number of cards just to see what it does and make sure your computer can handle it. Maybe 100 seconds or 100 millisecond sleep is too long. Maybe it's too short. It seemed to work with 50 milliseconds, but I wanted to do 100 just to be safe. Over the course of 1,000 cards gives you more protection, I guess. So I'll show you this in action. First, you have to turn on the hotkey script by double-clicking it in your browser. Then you go to Anki. You focus the field by clicking. And then what it'll do is it hits tab 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hits F2. 1, 2, 3. Hits F2 again. And then it goes back by hitting shift tab 9 times. Oops, that was one too many. And then it'll hit the down arrow key going to the next one. So let me show it to you in action. Control J, and my hands are off the keyboard, and it's going through doing this, which is, pretty cool. Like I said, it's naive and it takes a long time, but it's worth doing because doing it every day, like 10 cards a day, that worked, but it was kind of annoying to do every day. So I already converted the whole deck, but I just wanted to show you for the first 10 cards, that's what it looks like. And I'll post in the description this code so you can edit it and save it yourself. You have to save it as .ahk. That's the AutoHotkey script type. Also, you have to download AutoHotkey from their website. And I think that's it. I guess if you edit it and save it, you have to be sure to reload the script or just exit it and double click on it again. And that'll apply the updates. So best of luck. Thanks. Bye.